Sean's Vision Studios. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. How is everybody? This is Sean, The Sean Show. I'm also here with Larry Haney. Larry?
Hello, guys. My name is Larry Haney. I am in my second year here at Bristol Community College. I am currently in a behavioral and social sciences major.
So, Larry, first question I have is, how did you get involved in Special Olympics and how did you hear about it?
So I did Special Olympics in high school. I did unified basketball in high school and middle school. But how I heard about it was I had an adjustment counselor in high school. It's actually kind of a funny story. So one day I'm at a track meet, and then the adjustment counselor is at my track meet, and then one of the adjustment counselor's daughter's friend's mother is there, and basically Kate Dyer, who is my coach for Special Olympics, told me that she knew Kate from the gym. And basically, my adjustment counselor was telling her mother about my unified basketball career in high school, because as a sophomore, I averaged 22 points a game and then 6 assists a game. Kate actually runs a unified national team. Would I be interested in that? Did take a lot of consideration because I wanted to try out for the school team. I was doing track and field in high school, but after not making the school team my senior year, I made the decision to join Special Olympics, and it has been the best decision I've ever made. I've made so many bonds throughout this experience, and it's just overall changed my whole life.
You started the Special Olympics. You met with Kate Dyer.
Yep.
Was she already in Bridgewater at the time, or was she in New Bedford?
Kate was already in Bridgewater at the time because Kate coached in New Bedford in the early 90s, and then that's how she had met her husband, John Dyer, through coaching Special Olympics. And she wanted me to join football in the 2022 season, but I wanted to more focus on unified basketball for high school because it was my senior year and that was going to be my last year playing. I didn't do football in the 2022 season, but after the basketball season in the 2023 season, Kate was trying to inspire me to do volleyball, and after talking to my parents about it, I actually did do volleyball. At first, trying to get the whole dynamics and the gist of the game was kind of difficult because it's a sport that I've never really played competitively before. Perseverance and then advice from Kate. I actually started to like volleyball. Something that I do like about Special Olympics volleyball is the volleyball getaway that we go on in the beginning of June, where we have bio ball on the Friday and then volleyball games on the Saturday and Sunday, and then we stay 2 nights in Boston in dorms, even though that the dorms aren't really that comfortable. Fantastic experience, and it just gets everyone involved. So that's how I developed a love for volleyball. And then I also was considering doing flag football because Jordan told me that it was really fun, so I joined it, and probably one of my favorite sports now, and I cannot wait for it coming this fall.
What's your favorite sport in Special Olympics?
I would probably say basketball, because basketball has been my main sport since I was 7-8 years old. So I would probably say basketball, and also basketball is the best that I'm at. So because I'm one of the top players on the team, I average 13 points and 12 rebounds a game. Oh, and also because of me averaging 12 rebounds, Jordan actually gave a nickname for me called the garbage man, since I cleaned up so many rebounds. But I also like the competitiveness of of Special Olympics basketball, because comparing it to high school unified basketball, it's much different, because it's not going to be oh, look, here is the ball. It is it's actually going to be an actual competitive game. And also what I like about it too is that there's more games during the regular season. In high school unified basketball, there were 5 regular season games and then 2 jamboree games. In Special Olympics, regular Special Olympics unified basketball, there are regular season games, and then there's playoffs, which is 2 games. There is a final tournament for which like you have to qualify for, and that's 2 games. And then after that, like there's some like tournament, like the Kevin Clancy, for example. There is, bio ball. So I feel like there is a lot more to get involved in, and it's just overall it's just a lovely experience.
Want to talk about bio ball? What sport can you compare that to?
Bio ball. So it is a sport because you play 2 scrimmage games. And also, like, you focus on your like your individual skills, like shooting, passing, ball handling, and things like that. Or I would compare it to. That's a tough one. I think it would be safe to compare. I really don't know how to really answer that question, but I would probably say football, most likely.
Now, what type of ball do you use in bio ball? Because I never heard of this sport, and I've seen it maybe like twice. And I still don't understand the game.
So bio ball, so it's basically using a regular basketball, and like how you play like Special Olympics unified basketball for New Bedford. There's also like skill contests that like you can participate in. Like there's like a mid-range shooting contest. There's a 3-point shooting contest. There is a passing, there's a ball handling contest, and then like you can get points depending on how you do. Last year when Bridgewater Rainham Grizzlies did volleyball, out of the 7 skill contests that there were, we placed first place in 5 of them. So, it's just volleyball does a good job at working on people's individual skills, does a good job at making sure that people get the game experience as well. Because you're not going to get better just by skill work. Like, you have to put the skills that you were practicing on into an actual game as well. Say, volleyball really helps with people's skill set.
Fair to say that instead of comparing it to football, would you be fair to say that you can actually consider it to be a basketball thing?
Yeah, exactly. Because basketball is all about quickness, and then basketball is all about skill. To have like good ball handling, you have like jump shot. You have to be able, to like finish, like true contact, like pass it well. There's a lot of factors that you have to consider while playing basketball.
What got you into college, and how difficult is doing college and Special Olympics? Combine that together. I know it's overwhelming, but how do you handle all that?
That's a good question, actually. So, what got me into college? My senior year, I was considering going to 4 colleges, and those 4 colleges were BCC, which is where we're at right now, UMass Dartmouth, Bridgewater State University, and then Rhode Island College. I toured BCC, like thinking that like it was the perfect campus for me. It's not too big, it's not too small, it's just right. They provide a lot of services here, for like special need kids. You have the like mental health center, you have the tutoring center. You have the running center, you have the advising center. So they provide so much for kids to be successful as shape and form. How I balance college and Special Olympics basketball is, so I only have classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So basically the days that I have off, which is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I try to use those days as much as possible to prioritize in, doing schoolwork. So I'll get up around like 7:30 in the morning, and then I'll just get to work. Also, how I balance schoolwork is on Tuesdays, my last class ends at 12:15, so I pretty much have the whole afternoon to myself. So I always try to prioritize then to also do some schoolwork as well. Also on Thursdays, I have all 3 of my classes. One class is at 9:30, one class is at 11, one class is at 4 p.m. So I have a gap from 12:30 to 4 o'clock free. So I also try to use that whole gap to prioritize in schoolwork. On weekends that I don't have Special Olympics, so I work at the Market Basket Inn in Fall River, and I usually work closing shifts. So typically like a 2 to 10 or like a 2 to 9. Try to do work in the morning so it's less for me to do throughout the week, because schoolwork should always come before sports, because I know that this doesn't have have like to do with Special Olympics, but I'm just using as an example. In my high school, like if you didn't have good grades, then in like like order to play sports. So key thing here in life, guys, is always prioritize schoolwork over sports.
Unless you're getting a free ride to some colleges where you can actually prioritize sports over your schoolwork.
Yeah, true.
That's only for the lucky ones. Another question is, you came to college here. You live in, I thought you lived in Bridgewater.
So I actually don't live in Bridgewater. The people who are on the Bridgewater Raynham Grizzlies, not all of them are from Bridgewater. So like for example, like like one person is from Stoughton. Like a new people come from the Wareham team this year, and then I live in a Somerset. I mean, it's not that bad of a drive. It's only maybe like no more than like 35 for 40 minutes. So it's really not that bad of a ride. Able to make it work. So, that's why I'm able to participate in the Bridgewater sports.
I'm just going to hit you with something that I really thought that you lived in Bridgewater for most of the team, actually. But I'm going to hit you with something that's going to shock you, and probably, how would you like me to be your teammate at Bridgewater?
I personally think that would be fantastic.
Why?
I think it would be good because we have like the bond in college, and then we would also have the bond in like a Special Olympics as well. So I personally think that we would get along well together. Also, like we faced you in like football and volleyball. Unfortunately, we don't face you guys in basketball. So the Division 1, and because last year we were in Division 2, 3. I don't know, but I know for sure that like this year we're in the Boston League, which is considered as to Division 1. But if you were my teammate, that would be fantastic. Because we have like the bond here in college, and also like we would also have the bond in Special Olympics as well. And I know that you're the quarterback for the Special Olympics New Bedford football team, and like I personally think that like you would be a great backup for our quarterback, and also known as Mr. Jordan Dyer.
Petition right there.
Yep, exactly. Be good for you to our team. I mean, are you considering coming to our team next year?
Because I'm going to hit you with this, and I'm hitting my audience with this, and this is the reason why I cannot air this right away. You're going to be like one of the first, not one of the first, but one of the people that actually knows that I just got accepted to BSU.
Wow, that's really good, man.
So I jot everything down. I was like, listen, for me to go to BSU, I have to move. And I just wanted to be closer to my school. Yeah, my daughter's in New Bedford, but for me to take care of my daughter, I needed to do things better off myself, and I can't get anywhere with an associate's degree in communications. So I took that into consideration, and I said, I'm going to Bridgewater. So that's the reason why I'm going, because I had two other options. Either I was going to drive every day to go to Boston just to go to class, or
yeah, it's too far away.
I don't care about the distance, or I go to Bridgewater, which is closer, or I can always find an apartment. Sorry, my eyes itchy. I can always find an apartment there on campus, near close that's to campus. Now, I don't know where you guys play, but I do know that you guys are in Bridgewater, easier for me to get to. I like the transportation, so I was trying to talk to Kate Dyer, and I'm also trying to talk to Jordan Dyer, but those two idiots just don't know how to answer me back, and I can't get Coach Dyer on the phone because I don't have her number and I don't have an email, so I just have her Facebook. So I'm trying to tell her, hey, listen, I'm moving to Bridgewater. Trying to do that by no later than August. So I'm trying to, after I graduate in May, yes, I am graduating from Bristol Community College in May 17th at 11 o'clock that's what time the graduation ceremony starts. But you guys need to be there earlier than that. Be there for 9. 8:30, 9. I tell you, because that's the reason why you're going to get great parking. If you're there after 9, 9:05, 9:10,
you're probably not going to get
you
parking.
You ain't going to get parking. I can almost guarantee that, because a lot of people, a lot of students don't get to campus until between 8:30 and 9.
Right.
I already got the email saying, hey, I'm supposed to be there for 8. So
I see.
So I was like, shit. All right. But then I also worked at last year. Last year was 7 o'clock. I had to be at campus for 7 o'clock until whenever the ceremony was, graduation was over. So I got paid for that time.
Oh, wow.
So I was like, all right. So now I'm telling everybody, listen, to get great parking, be there no later than 9 o'clock. Because at 9:05, you're not going to get anything.
Right. I mean, I will definitely consider going to your graduation. The only problem is, like, I just don't want to be sitting by myself. Something that I was personally thinking. I know Zach Charnisky is like
Karate. Zach Karate.
Oh, the one that's on the Hawk with You. I was thinking that if I do consider going to your graduation, then maybe I can bring him, and then maybe we can go together. And it's also weird because for college graduation, you have to get there 3 hours prior. When I graduated from high school 2 years ago, the ceremony started at 5. I had to be there by 4 o'clock. But what I'm guessing is that but since many more people graduate from college than at a high school, like to get everyone like assembled is probably going to take more time. So that's why they want you there, like 3 hours prior to the graduation ceremony. You live in New Bedford, right?
Fall River.
Fall River. Okay. I mean, to drive here from Fall River to Bridgewater, it's really not that far. Like, it's probably only like no more than like half an hour. So I feel like there's really no reason to move. I feel like moving to Boston would probably be too much for you. Like, considering that you have a daughter and also like you like have to like take care of her like at like the same time. And also like I personally think that like commuting to Boston would be too much. So I personally think that it would be a good idea for you to go to Bridgewater next year for you. And also where we play for Special Olympics like seasons, it kind of depends on the sport. So for football, we usually play on like the East Bridgewater High School football field, play in like different locations this year because that field was like being remodeled. So the first 4 games of like the season we played at a sports complex in Weymouth. Then for 1 game we were at the Norton High School football field, and then for playoffs, like the field was like finally ready. So like we went for playoffs, and then obviously the final tournament is at Gillette Stadium. For basketball, the division that we were in last year, we played at this place called Wolf's Den in Pembroke, Mass.
I know where that is.
Yeah.
I played there my first year when I was introduced into Special Olympics right after basketball.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. Right after football. And then we went to the Den. And I swear to God, I never seen a kid shoot one-handed. Wait, it gets better. Shoots one-handed at the 3-point line, making 7 out of 10 shots.
What?
Yeah.
That's wild.
This kid was shoving it in my face. I said, listen, I get it. Reason why? Because he had a disability with his left hand. He was putting the ball into his right hand. And he always had a guard in front of him, so I couldn't pack him. Like, I couldn't stop the shot. And I was like, this freaking kid is shooting in my face. I'm like, coaches, I understand the kid's disability, but this kid is intimidating me. He's egging to call me out, and he's always in my corner. So I ended up saying, you're not making another shot off me. And here's a big kid. I'm not talking, he must have been like 6'2", 6'3", maybe 240, 250 pounds. I had to circle around him to stop this guy from shooting. And I'm only, 6 feet. So add another 2 inches to my height. I wasn't getting around this guy that easy. So I had to use one of my martial art moves where I was going to spin off, block his shot, and I did that within 3 seconds before he even shot it.
Wow, that's wow. So let me tell you something. Is that if you did consider joining Special Olympics, Bridgewater Rain basketball next year, like I personally think that you would be a good person to have on the defensive position. Also, to consider that you're making 7 out of 10 3-point shots with just one hand is kind of unheard of, because you have to know this: Special Olympics isn't known for good 3-point shooters. Actually, they kind of recommend that you don't take 3-point shots, because at one of the tournaments that we participate in, unfortunately, 3-point shots are not allowed. Like every shot counts as 2 points, and then a free throw obviously counts as 1 point. But
are you serious? Like, your division doesn't allow 3-pointers?
No. So it's not our division, so it is the Kevin Clancy tournament that we play in. So every shot counts as 2 points, and then obviously a free throw counts as 1 point. But to know that you're making 7 out of 10 3-point shots with one hand is kind of insane. And we do have some pretty good 3-point shooters on
Jordan?
On our team. I mean, but I feel like Jordan mostly takes mid-range shots though, because I feel like he's too scared, to shoot it from deep. I feel like Adrian is a pretty good 3-point shooter. He hit, I think, 2 threes this weekend when we faced Kane Hainbridge. So that was pretty good.
But in your division, when you're shooting threes, they only count them as 2s?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, actually, so it's only at the Kevin Clancy tournament, which basically doesn't count as the division game. So basically, the Kevin Clancy is a totally separate tournament. So that is the only time that they'll count twos at threes. I mean, threes as twos is at that tournament. So other than that, it's a 3 counts as 3 points. We have Nate. He's a pretty good 3-point shooter. Even though that he can sometimes be a little bit inconsistent at times. There is actually an instance about, I think 6 years ago, where I think the Bridgeham Rainham Grizzlies were in playoffs, and then Nate hit a shot from half court.
What?
Nate hit a shot from half court. Oh, and also while I brought up Nate's half court shot here, did he make it? Yes, he did make it. And also note too is that when I was at the Kevin Clancy tournament over the weekend, I saw the greatest shot I've ever seen in my Special Olympics career. This guy, with literally 1 second to go in the first half, made a shot, fading away out of bounds, one-handed, it just falls right in. Holy cow, that whole crowd went crazy. Falling out of bounds, off balance, one-handed, shot just falls in.
That sounds like one of my one-handed half-court shots that I make now and then.
Holy cow.
Yeah, to give you guys a pointer, how I learned how to shoot with one hand, even though I can shoot with 2, but I make most of my shots, believe it or not, with one hand.
Oh, wow. And that's interesting, actually.
This is the reason why. I was at basketball camp at VOC, Greater New Bedford Vocational Technical High School. I know a lot of people can't speak that fast, so I'm going to try to say it slower. Greater New Bedford Vocational Technical High School. And it has a coach from Boston University. He came in as one of their speakers. And here's a guy, never, ever, ever, ever missed a 3 throw. And And I asked him while everybody else was playing, because after he was speaking, I asked him, hey, how did you learn how to shoot like that? Like, you didn't miss. You was talking about Jordan. You're talking about Larry Bird. How do you not miss a free throw? You shoot like 20 out of 20. You make them all in.
Whew, that's insane.
And he's like, you think that was easy? I said, that's impressive. So teach me your skill. He said, you want to learn my skill? I said, egg me on. I want to learn your skill. Okay. Here's what you're going to do. Shoot one hand right next to the rim. Take 2 steps back. Shoot one hand again. Do that 10 times on each step. And just keep going back. Shoot with one hand. Shoot with one hand. Shoot with one hand. Now, you're going to realize you're only shooting with one hand. You're only holding the ball with your left hand. Well, for me, I'm only holding the ball with my left hand. Some guys have to hold the ball with their right hand. So, as being a right-hander, I took that upon, and I'm like, damn it, I'm making more shots with one-handed than I am with 2 hands. And my coaches are yelling at me, what gives? I said, dude, I don't know what gives, but I shoot a lot better with one hand. But you got 2. I'm like, I know I got 2, but I don't know how to shoot well with 2. I mean, I can still make threes and stuff, but my 3-pointers, some of them, will only consist, if you can actually watch me in slow-mo, I take the ball and I'll guide my hand down to my wrist, to my right hand wrist, and I'll just chuck it. Not many people is seeing that. They're like, oh, he's going to shoot with 2. No, I'm only shooting with 1. And that doesn't surprise a lot of people, but they surprise a lot of people of that, how ugly I have a jump shot.
Wow. So basically, when you shoot a basketball, so basically, depending on which hand is like your dominant hand.
Yeah.
So basically, your non-dominant hand is really supposed to be guiding the ball, and then and then like your dominant hand is like the ball that you're supposed to be shooting with. And while you mentioned like people shooting with one hand earlier in like this podcast, there's actually a person on our team who actually shoots one-handed, but he can't make 3-point shots. Like he can mainly make one-handed shots. Like if he takes a nice open shot right inside the paint area. And while you also mentioned shooting form, there's actually in another person on my team whose shooting form could be better. So basically when he holds the ball, he has both hands on the side like this, and then he shoots it like this. Really, you're really you're really supposed to be shooting it like this, not like this.
So that's how I learned how to shoot, was with 2 hands, one on each side of the ball, and then just throw it up.
Right.
But you also have to have the technique.
Exactly.
So if you don't have the technique, you're not gonna see anything. So I get the reason why he does that, because it's part of his disability, and sometimes he doesn't know how to shoot with the 2 hands.
And also know too is that he also may not have the best hand coordination.
So just to let you know, I might be moving to West Bridgewater, not to West Bridgewater, but to Bridgewater.
Okay.
For definite, only because I don't have a vehicle at this point in time. So the commute is me taking public transportation. I'm trying to save up for a vehicle at this time.
I have a question. So I felt like you once had a truck.
Don't make me cry. But yes, my truck was an F-150, and I love that truck. I just had to.
You had did it get totaled, or like did you have to did you have to like trade it in?
I had to put it down.
Oh.
Yeah, it hurt me because it was the year of my graduation, the year I graduated high school. I always wanted a 2004, so I got a 2004 truck, okay? But what happened was it was starting to rot. And I didn't catch the rot within the time meeting. So I lost, when I saw the rot, I knew for a fact that I was going to lose my bed. And that's a no-no for the state of Massachusetts. Your truck has to be perfectly aligned with your vehicle. So if you see your bed sinking, that's a ticket and driving within danger.
Right.
And you also put in, not just yourself, you also put in other lives at risk other than your own. So I was like, crap, I have to get rid of it. And I don't want to get rid of it, but I had to junk it. So
right.
It hurt. Me losing that truck, oh my God, it hurt me so bad. I felt like I was going to cry. I wanted to cry, but I couldn't cry because I loved that truck. I put a lot of time and work into that truck.
I understand. Yeah, it's tough. So the car that I have right now, so I have a 2011 Honda CR-V. I thought that I was going to have to trade it because I had an oil leak in it about a couple of weeks ago that I had fixed, but my mechanic wanted me to come back in 2 weeks because he thought that I might have been burning oil. So I took it to the shop yesterday and then thankfully the oil tank was still full. So I don't think I'm going to have to trade it in. Maybe I'll have it for in another year or two. But I've gone through I've spent so much. I've had to put in so much money on that car because it's gone through so much history. So I've had to replace the tires twice.
Ooh.
I've had to replace the whole exhaust system. There was at one point where it had an electrical problem. I had to fix the brakes. My car's gone through 2 recalls, and because the problem is the person who owned my car before I did took pretty crappy care of it. So basically that led to me, doing all of the fixing. Also, sorry to get off topic here, but when you mentioned about basketball and moving to Bridgewater, since you're 6 foot and also kind of big, I feel like Kate and John might make you a post player than a guard because since you're so big you can just use your body to operate down low in the low post area, so you'll probably play the similar position that I play. So basically if you do join next year, just know that's a possibility that might happen.
I don't care where I play. For right now, I am point guard for my team, and
right.
They on defense, they were just where's Sean? Oh, he's got another rebound. Why is he getting another rebound? He's supposed to be up top. No, someone is. Because at this time we're playing man, and I was like, I don't care. I'm looking at that. As soon as that ball gets shot, I can already tell you where that ball is going to go.
Wow.
If it's going to go in or if it's not going to go in. And if it doesn't go in, I can tell who's going to get it.
Holy cow.
Who's got the more clearance of getting it.
That's really good, Sean. That's really good.
I just kept on doing that through my entire career with sports, and it just wasn't with basketball. I can do that with baseball. I can do that with football. I can tell you where that ball is going to go.
That's really good.
If I can see it. If I can't see it, then I can't tell you. But I can tell you how you threw it, who's going to get it, who you pretty much got to think yourself as a quarterback when you're going to your receiver, who's does your receiver going to get that ball, or is that defense going to get it?
Right.
So you got to know where that ball is at all time. That's with everything. That's with baseball, because I have that hand-eye coordination. I don't have that good enough hand-eye coordination where I should be in the pros. Not yet. Hey, listen, I might go for the pros. I just don't know yet.
I don't know, man. We'll see.
Well,
But
my 192 rebounds from the season.
192 rebounds?
That's what I got for the season so far.
Wait a minute. So basically, it's like, so you keep track of all of the rebounds that you like grab. You like, let me tell you something. Is that I only track my points, not my rebounds. So I average about 13 a game. I think I have like close to 130 points on this season so far. It's not bad.
No, that's actually good. That's a lot better than me, because I probably only have. I don't know if you count 2s and 3s as 1s, but I do know for a fact I probably only have maybe 12. But I only played 6 games.
Oh, so
during my season, my 6 games is already up. Now I'm heading to playoffs on May 6th. So that's my shit. You guys weren't supposed to hear that part, but it's okay. Because after May 6th, that's when this is going to get aired. And because of that, as I have orientation at at Bridgewater State University. So probably after that, that's when this thing is going to get aired.
Oh, cool. That's really cool.
So that's when I'm going to edit. Just like I said, give me some time. It will be up before I graduate.
Excellent. Okay.
I promise that. And I also forgot to tell you, which I didn't mention, is that I invited everybody. So you coming by yourself, don't worry about it, because I gave it to, I know I sent Jordan a link to my YouTube page. I know that you got the video.
Yes, I did.
Because I sent that video to you, and I'm not sure if I told you to send it to Jordan.
No, you never did. Because the thing is that, like, dude, like, you even have his phone number?
I do.
Okay.
But he never picks it up.
Well, also know too is that I feel like like Jordan's really busy sometimes, and like sometimes he just barely goes goes on his phone.
So there's my question answered. You can try and get in touch with Jordan somehow, some way. Relay the message to him. Let his entire family know.
Okay, I can do that.
And just share the link about me graduating. Don't forget to do this. If you get any of my videos, I'm telling you guys right now, as my viewers, please do me two things. That's all I ask. Like and subscribe to the channel. I cannot stress that hard enough, because I don't get paid from YouTube just by posting up videos. I don't get paid by YouTube by the viewers. Any of you guys view the videos. I get paid by YouTube by the subscribers and the likes.
Right, exactly.
From my channel. That's how I get paid. Some people do get paid from each video that they post, whether it hits like 1 million something, but you're a celebrity at that point. You're a celebrity at that point. If you got 1 million views and 1 million likes on one video that's part of your channel, you're a celeb. Just make sure that's clear.
Okay, yeah, I will like definitely try to maybe convince the whole team to
Absolutely.
to maybe show up at your graduation. So because they know you since we faced you before in the past. So I feel like some people should be able to come to your graduation. Also, since you're on the New Bedford team, maybe you could.
I already invited them.
Okay,
they already saw the video.
Okay, cool. So if any of them are going, or Peter's going, or someone like that?
I have no idea. I do know that Mike Trainer's coming. Mike Maloney might come. He's a partner for. I think you might have met him one or twice.
I don't.
You definitely met him during flag football, though.
Flag football, okay, but
Jeremiah, which you already knew.
I think I heard of him, but
Jeremiah Lynch. I don't want to get this wrong, but I can just say this. without getting myself in trouble. If I do get myself in trouble, don't worry. I'll probably get hit by him later.
I feel like
his relatives is Kate Lynch and Jay Lynch, I think.
I feel like I would have to see like a photo of him to like know him, because I feel like I'm better by photo than by name. For some reason, I don't know, because like we probably only like face you guys maybe like 2 times a year, so we only know like the most like notable players on like the team. But
I'm shocked we only played you once this year.
Yeah, I mean, like we faced you the first game of season,
and that was it.
Yeah, like I don't like remember, you know, like facing you and anymore that season. But also like we will be facing you in so like in volleyball, and also know too is that we'll also be facing you in the final tournament as well.
Hey, speaking of Special Olympics and speaking of videos, did you ever see the video where Kate and John.
Wait. So
they got introduced.
Yes.
Did you ever,
I actually did like see that video. Yeah. So basically, like
what was your? I need some criticism, and I'm gonna take it lightly. And trust me, I need to get better in this because this is my job. What did you like most about the video, and what you didn't like?
What I liked about like the video is that, you know, it's a great feeling that Kate and John are going to be like inducted into the Hall of Fame, as well as Jordan is also going to be inducted, and also Saria is also going to be inducted. Because something you have to realize is that Kate has been coaching Special Olympics teams for almost 30 years now. She has been so involved in like in like no Special Olympics that I feel like that it's pretty much well deserved, pretty much. And also know too is that Jordan has been participating in Special Olympics since he was in 6th grade, I think, because in order to be, you know, considered for Hall of Famer, you have to at least be in the league for 5 years or more. So basically, like, you know, like he most like definitely deserves to be like in the Hall of Fame. And let me tell you something is that I feel like Jordan knows almost everyone in Special Olympics. There's no doubt that Jordan is the mayor of like, you know, Special Olympics. And so it's like he knows like almost like he knows almost everyone. And also, like, Kate and John have done so much for our team. Like, they've done so much, like, so like for the community. So it's no doubt that, like, they deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. There's no question. I feel like what could have made the video better is if instead of showing the scene where they were going to be inducted, I feel like there should have been videos of them, like talkings about their opinions and feelings about them being into the Hall of Fame. So I feel like that shouldn't have been added, but you know, other than that, you know, it's a great experience to see that my own coach is you know, getting inducted into the Hall of Fame, and I'm sure that Kate is going to invite the whole team to join the ceremony as well. Do you know when the induction ceremony is?
All I know is it's out of state.
Oh, it's out of state.
I think it's in the Midwest. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's in the Midwest.
It's in the Midwest, so I don't know if Kate will invite people to join.
It might be in Minnesota. I'm not sure. That's where the Special Olympics Hall of Fame is. It's in the Midwest somewhere. Because
I know for sure that the like Bridgewater Raynham football team is actually going to like Minnesota for the USA games in 2026.
Hold on, before I cut you off, but I definitely got to give you congratulations on that, because you was at that time they mentioned your team at the same video. The full glimpse was seeing Kate Dyer get inducted into the Hall of Fame. I don't think any of the coaches had any speech at all, okay? I still had the video on my iPhone, so if you want to see the original clips, I can show you the original clips.
Okay.
but you are going to another state at the same time that you guys have just won.
Actually, Sean, unfortunately, I'm not going, actually, because here's why. So, Special Olympics USA Games has a limit where you're only allowed to bring 10 people. So, basically, since we have 10 athletes on our team, we're only allowed to bring 6, and then, unfortunately, 3 or 4 have to sit out. So, but since I wasn't there at the final tournament for football, because I had a wedding up in New Hampshire, they unfortunately did not choose me to participate, which is really sad, but I'm sure that I'll get other opportunities in like, you know, the like near future, because the people who are going to, you know, the like, you know, USA games in Minnesota next year, I think it's Jordan, Adrian, Malcolm, Nate, Sean, and Brooklyn, I think, are going. So that means me, Michael, Noah, and Carlos, unfortunately, are like the ones that have to sit out. I'll be able to participate in a like USA game in the future.
Could you still go and still celebrate with your team, or?
I did ask John that. Problem is that I would have to pay for my own flight. I basically would have to pay for my own hotel room. So like it would just be way too. I feel like that I'm just going to just sit this one out.
Now, when is this going to happen? Is this next summer, or is
it's June of 2026. I don't know the dates. I would assume it's going to be after the volleyball getaway, which will maybe be like, maybe it's around like June 20th, June maybe June
of 26, from what I heard.
Yes, I thought it is in 2026.
I thought it was this year. I thought it was the 2025. I'm gonna say, dude, I get to see you, and then there goes volleyball. And Jordan sent me a text and said, "No, what the hell are you talking about? We're still gonna do both." I said, "How the hell are you gonna do both? You gotta send out, pack up, go to Boston, unpack, pack up again, go to another state." And do that within 1 week. I'm just like, no, not even just 1 week. You guys got to take off, according to what I heard from the stories, you got to take off on Monday. So you got to come in from Boston on a Sunday, unpack what you just wore for your weekend from Boston, pack up again for, I think he said, a month. So you're going to be out there for packing up for a month.
Well,
when does that...
Actually, I personally think that they're only going to be there for like a week. I mean, like I'm not going, so I don't know how it's going to go, but basically, I'm bummed that I'm not going, but I'm sure that I'll get more events in the near future. So basically, John actually told me a story, like when he was trying to explain it to me. So a couple of years ago, the Special Olympics, like Bridgewater Raynham qualified for nationals, which was originally going to be hosted in Orlando, Florida, and they signed a contract to go. But what happened was, I guess that the people running the nationals lost their contract, so basically they weren't able. Like that was very devastating. I personally think that this is Bridgewater's first time going to, you know, nationals, I think.
So, some of them, it's not their first. Because Malcolm won it, I think, 2 years ago, and he got a chance to go.
Yeah, because...
So Malcolm and his...
Are you talking about Adrian?
No, Malcolm.
Oh.
He was with the Vikings at the time.
Right, exactly.
And that's his team has won. My first time being with the Special Olympics for my first flag football game. And how I got involved, I'm pretty sure everybody wants to hear this. How I got involved, I was actually going to say, look, it's backyard. So what? It's just like playing tackle football, but now you're playing tag. So hold on. So in my mind, when I got the memo, and on my Facebook page, I just keep on saying, need help. Help us with Special Olympics football. Now, I'm thinking you guys need college students. I'm thinking you guys need high school students. No. Anybody can join up. So I'm thinking, join up, Special Olympics. I got video. I got camera. Hey, you guys mind if I join and film some of your stuff? Got the okay. But when my trainer came to me and says, you're just too damn good for this team. I go, what do you want? Like, you want competition or don't you want competition? You need to ease up. I said, just like this, I said, Mike, I don't ease up for nobody. And I don't plan to unless I see where it needs to be fit. So if these guys need to get better, I'm going to make better.
So
I'm going to make them one-on-one. He goes, you make my team better. I'll give you the right to either. In high school, I was playing at a regular level. I can't say it was a regular games. So like you see like on NBA, you see on TV.
Yeah, I do.
Those are the games that I was playing because I didn't see myself special enough. I saw myself as an athlete, and I'm looking for a challenge.
Oh.
So I am going to get a challenge when I play on your team because the first person I'm going to hunt is Jordan. Because why? He tries to intimidate me, but I'm not that very easy to intimidate.
Yeah, but also know too, Jordan is also very competitive because he doesn't just play Special Olympic sports. He plays in a men's league in Raynham, so he's very competitive. So like Jordan's almost like me almost because I just haven't played Special Olympic sports. Played on a rec team in middle school, and also I played in an outside summer league in Dartmouth in high school. So Jordan is definitely very competitive, and also like while you mentioned tackle football, Special Olympics isn't tackle football. Actually, they actually have a rule in the code of conduct where if you're playing defense, you're not allowed to tackle people. Because when we played a playoff game last season, we played Cardinal Cushing, and basically like those players were like tackling athletes, saying swear words. And while you said about making this team better, before we got Adrian and Malcolm, which no doubt made our team better in every way, shape and form, because they're both very athletic guys. Like when we had like only like 6-7 players on our team for the Kevin Clancy tournament, and then also like for the Bridgewater of fraternity game, they would bring in some guys from Wareham, which are known as Adrian, so like Malcolm, and Kareem, but not just to make our team better, but like to also give us some more players as well. We actually did lose some players this year. So when the season started in December, we were originally supposed to have 11 players on our roster. Unfortunately, Dre dropped out because one kid 2 years ago basically got hit by a car while riding on his bike. So so he had a nasty leg injury, and unfortunately he had complications with his injury, so he had to quit. One kid didn't want to play, and then another one had, and then another kid had, commitment problems. So basically, so all of those kids dropped out, and basically we are now stuck with 8 people. But hey, you want to know something? With 8 people, I feel like we know our skill set. I feel like we know each other's strengths, and also know too is that we're friends on and off the court. So basically we know how to play as well together, and that's why we've had a very successful season is because we work together, and also we know each other very well. We actually almost beat the best team in the whole entire state the other day at playoffs. So basically, we were up by 1-1 at one point. Someone hits a 3-point shot with a minute to spare, and then that cost us the whole game.
But is this the Mace Center?
What's that?
Is this the Mace Center?
What's a Mace Center?
No, this the team.
No, so this team is called Cambridge Warriors. So basically, they're considered as one of the best teams in the whole state. So we only lost to them by 4 points. That Cambridge team is so accustomed to blowing teams out by 20, 30 points. So to know that we only lost to them by 4 is a big success, and I feel like that's the best game that we've played as a team, and I feel like that's one of the best games that we've played since I have been on the team. So I feel like so. I feel like within the next year or two, we should definitely get them eventually.
Well, we'll see what happens because, like I said, if I move to Bridgewater, Kate said to give her a call, let her know what's up, and we'll see what happens.
Great being on here, and then hopefully we can do this in the near future.
Most definitely. Thank you, Larry.
Of course, dude. Yeah.
There we go.